Hi guys, and welcome back to another tool review. So if you watched my last video on the tools, it was the purchase of the Draper Stormforce impact wrench. Now it's a good gun, but it's not a professional grade gun, and it's finally met its match. So when I was taking off the rear suspension, it just won't budge the bolts whatsoever. So it's a good gun. It's not as good as your professional snap-ons and all the rest of it. You're kind of limited with the battery pack. So I've went and bought another gun, and here it is, the Neilsen 110 watt impact wrench. Now this is a corded impact driver, which means there's no battery pack. It's mains powered, and it is claimed to be 450 newton meters. So with the battery gun it had its limitations. It just didn't have enough power to undo the rear suspension bolts, which are solid on the Mini. So I've went out and bought this, and hopefully that gives us a bit more power to kind of take the bolts off. Now, looking at the packaging, it looks really cheap and nasty. I've seen that this is possibly just a copy of the Clarke guns that are around about £90. It looks almost identical in shape, it's just the colour's different. It doesn't have a variable speed trigger, so it's either fully on or fully off. There's no control in the speed, so there's more chance of snapping bolts that are seized in there. The carry case is pretty low quality. This just got delivered and the handle's broke on it. There's a bit missing down the bottom, feels really cheap and nasty. Overall, the packaging just looks bargain basement, to be honest. But I'll put it to the test and see if it's any good. Now, the voltage is 230 or 240. The frequency is 50 Hz. Power is 110 watts. So it's actually, most of these guns are around about 1000 watt. This one is 1010 watts, so we've got a little bit extra power there. There's no load speed, 2200 revolutions per minute. Again, that's just by holding on the trigger. The bit at the end will spin 2200 times in a minute. The maximum claimed torque is 450 newton meters. Now, with battery guns, you never get what they actually say on the packet, so will I get 450 with a mains powered gun? Don't know. It comes with 4-piece sockets, the 17, the 19, the 21, the 22. You get everything. Right, okay, so we'll open this up and see how it looks. Okay, so yeah, the box looks okay. There's a massive crack in the front there. It's just a blow case, just to protect it from travelling from site to site, job to job. So it's done its job, protected it in transit, but you know, the handle's broke on it. The gun only cost £50 and 89p, so to be honest, I'm not really bothered. I would never use the case anyway. I'll probably just throw the case away, throw the gun in the tool chest. But the logo on the front, it looks a lot better than the logo that's on the packaging. That looks really cheap. This looks quite cheap as well. Now Neilsen, I've not been able to find out much about this company, to be honest. There's a Neilsen in America, and this isn't the same. They make pro tools, high-end carpentry tools and such. This isn't the same company as that. I don't really know who they are, to be honest. You've got the product code there, so the C10 0079, that's the number of this model. Nice big chunky clips on the front. We'll open up and have a look. Okay, so get your little instruction book there. Your 4 sockets, just your standard unbranded impact sockets. Nice thick walls on them, good chunky size, good weight, they'll be just fine. Gun itself, oh, it's heavy. That's a heavy lump. Yeah, so it's really heavy. They must have a pretty decent sized set of anvils in there, so I'm hoping it will get these suspension bolts off. Fingers crossed it does it without snapping them. Let's see, how long is the cords? Okay, so I'd say the cord's at least 2.5 meters long, so quite a decent sized cord on it. You would probably use this with an extension cord anyway, so yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, so it's a Chinese company that makes this, I'd imagine. The manufacturer of the cord is Shaozing Nanyang Cable Co. Ltd. So just one of those Chinese companies that nobody's heard of probably. Let's see what it says on the gun. So you've got Neilsen, impact range 1010 watt. The colour is like kind of mustard yellow. It looks really cheap and nasty, I'm not going to lie, but nicer if they just had black or red or something, but you know. On the side label, we've got 230 to 240 volts, 450 newton meters, and it's made by Canon Tools Limited, and the address is in the West Midlands, United Kingdom. So I wonder if this is one of these companies that makes the drills and then buys the design rights for the Clarke or whatever, and then just remanufactures them. So behind here is a brush motor that's in here. So it doesn't come with replacement brushes. Some of the other manufacturers give you replacement brushes. What you do is you just take this little cap off here and take your brush out, put your new brush in. They're fairly cheap to replace, so no worries there. The feel of the gun, do you know what, it doesn't actually feel that bad. It is very top heavy, so you know it's not a gun you'd want to use all the time. You wouldn't be using it all the time anyway. It's just for those kind of extra tough jobs. Doesn't come with the rubber sheath around the top. A lot of the copies like this, it's the exact same shape design, but they come with a rubber protector over the top there. This one doesn't come with that. As I said again, it was £50, 89p, so you know, it was pretty much the cheapest corded one I could find. Yeah, the trigger is made of plastic. It's got R for reverse, F for forward, so you just need to be really careful, make sure you don't get them mixed up. You don't want to go to under a bolt and then tighten it up and then just secure the bolt in place. But yeah, okay, we'll plug it in and see how it works. Okay, that's it plugged in. Let's see what it sounds like. So we'll go for forward first. Oh, that does sound like it has some power there. Let's try reverse. Yeah, okay. There's quite a good bit of torque on that. It's quite a strain to hold it out straight. Yeah. You can see it does kick. It obviously does have some power in it. One thing it doesn't have, I've noticed just there, is it doesn't have an electric brake. So you be really careful. Don't hit forward and then while it's still spinning slam it in reverse, because you'll just knacker the gears inside. So you need to wait for it to fully stop rotating by itself before you change direction. We'll just see that again. Let's have a look at the torque. So I'm a fairly strong guy, and yeah, there's quite a big bit of kickback on that, so that would indicate that I would say it does have the 450 newton meters, and hopefully it takes these bolts off without snapping them. Yeah, it obviously does have a good bit of power on it. Right, so let's take over the car and we'll have a shot. Okay, so this is the bolt down here that's been stuck. The other battery gun just isn't powerful enough to take it off. So I've wire brushed the threads, got some WD-40 on it, been soaking that for a couple of hours now. And we'll get the gun on the back and see if it's got the power to take it off. Wow, that was too easy. Okay, this thing's got some serious power. I'm quite impressed with it. Okay, so I'm really impressed with this. For £51, less than £51, it's actually quite a powerful gun. I'm really pleased with this. Whether it lasts any length of time, I don't know, but I'm quite confident it will, and I'll tell you why in a second. So a couple of things that I never pointed out. The grip here is a kind of hard plastic, kind of rubber type grip. It's fine. It feels fine in hand. It's fine. There's nothing really I can fault about it. It's a big heavy gun that does big heavy work. Now the plug is the British plug. It is a 13 amp 250 volt. So yep, it's exactly what it says it is. And I just had a wee look at the user manual there, and I'll walk you through this wee bit. Okay, so it's just your basic broken English, made in China manual, nothing special about it. There's no mention of a guarantee or anything, or any warranty or anything like that. The seller on eBay says if it breaks within 3 years they'll replace it, whatever. I don't really believe that, to be honest, but so you get a little bit about the company here. So it's We Cannon Tools Ltd, and it gives you their address, and that is down in the West Midlands. And you get the director's signature, Mr. Gurtran Tony Singh Sangra. Cannon Tools Ltd has the signature there, and it's just a basic health and safety, blah blah blah. Wear gloves, wear goggles, don't operate it under the influence of alcohol, this kind of stuff. But there's one thing I found that's quite interesting. So if you flip to the only bit of information I really care about, is the replacement of the carbon brushes. So there's a little kind of step-by-step guide how to inspect, how to change the carbon brushes. Then you flip over the page, and it says here, so the sentence is, both brushes should be replaced at the same time as a pair. Only use identical brushes from your Clarke dealer. So there it is, black and white Clarke. Now I knew this looked just like the one at the Clarke magazine, which was almost £100. It is identical in every way except you don't get the rubber protector to stop you banging your alloys or whatever. So there you go, black and white, it's a Clarke gun for half the price. The only thing that is any different is it's a horrible mustard yellow colour instead of the Clarke red. But hey, do you know what, it kind of gives me that bit extra confidence that it will last the test of time, and when the brushes wear out I can just buy a set of Clarke brushes and change them over, it's no problem at all. So yeah, I would recommend getting this gun if you've got bolts that are really not for budging. I can't see me using this a lot, maybe on the odd occasion, maybe there's like a axle bolt or a clutch bolt in a motorbike or something that just won't budge. We'll try the Draper first, and if that doesn't budge it, I'll use this. But as I said, it doesn't have a variable speed trigger, so it's full on or full off, and I can see this snapping bolts. So try everything first, try the wrenches, try pry bar, try a bit of heat, try everything before you use your big powerful gun, because I can guarantee you at some point I will snap a bolt with this. So I can see myself, when the time comes, when we have to roll the dice and take it as it comes. If it snaps a bolt, it snaps a bolt, but you know, I just can't believe for less than £51, that's it. Both sides were absolutely solid on those rear shocks. There was no moving them, tried everything, and then it just whipped them off, no effort whatsoever. So yeah, really impressed with this, really impressed. Yeah, so anyway guys, thanks for watching, I'll catch you next time.